Before we begin, if you enjoy these sleep stories, a like and subscribe helps this channel grow. I'm curious, where are you listening from, and what time is it there? Leave a comment below. Now, let's begin. The first gentle caress of sun-warmed silk against your cheek is the softest awakening, as morning light, pale gold and tender, streams through the vast, unobstructed windows of your private suite. Even before your eyes fully open, you sense the expansive, sparkling panorama of the French Riviera stretching out, a tranquil promise of the day ahead, already filling the air. A slow, deliberate stretch unfurls through your limbs, each muscle releasing gently, as the fine, cool silk sheets whisper against your skin with a rustling sound, almost imperceptible. You notice the comforting, yielding weight of the pure down duvet, perfectly soft and breathable. From beyond the grand expanse of glass, a faint, rhythmic murmur of waves pulls gently at your awareness, a steady, hypnotic presence just beneath the horizon, an enduring lullaby. You slowly push yourself upright, your bare feet descending from the warmth of the bed to find the cool, smooth surface of the polished marble floor. It is cool for only a moment before settling onto the plush, deep pile of a hand-knotted, antique rug. Its soft, dense wool yields gently beneath your soles, absorbing any lingering trace of morning chill. The air around you is still and fresh, carrying the clean, almost sweet coolness of dawn, soon to be lovingly embraced by the sun's intensifying warmth. Walking towards the tall, elegantly framed glass doors that lead directly to your private terrace, each step is unhurried, measured. The breathtaking vista of the Côte d'Azur unfolds before you, growing grander with every movement. The impossibly vibrant blue sea shimmers and sparkles under the rising sun, its surface dotted with miniature whitecaps. Terracotta rooftops of charming villas are scattered across the verdant hillsides, and in the distance you observe the silent, almost imperceptible glide of a pristine white yacht gracefully leaving the harbor for the open, calm Mediterranean waters. You reach for the exquisitely tailored, heavy linen robe draped casually over a nearby chaise lounge, its fabric artfully arranged. Its cool, crisp texture is a delightful, fresh contrast to the warmth of the sun now beginning to touch your shoulders. You slip it on, the finely woven fabric settling around you with a soft, comforting sigh, feeling substantial, elegant, and perfectly weighted. The hem brushes your ankles with a slight swish. Standing there at the threshold, bathed in the growing light and warmth, you breathe deeply and slowly, drawing in the clean, salt-tinged air, subtly mingled with the faint, sweet scent of blossoming oleander from below. The gentle warmth on your skin, the vast, shimmering expanse of the sea, the soft, luxurious fabric against you, all merge into a single, profoundly peaceful moment. The world outside is just beginning its gentle stir, but for now, this quiet, understated luxury is entirely yours to simply inhabit. Your gaze drifts slowly over the distant horizon, letting your thoughts drift serenely with it, without urgency or expectation. The subtle, sweet aroma of freshly ground coffee, a rich, dark promise, now gently mingles with the clean sea air on your private terrace. You turn from the vast, shimmering expanse of the Mediterranean, the finely woven linen robe still soft around you, towards a small, exquisitely set bistro table of wrought iron and polished marble. Here a pristine white porcelain cup and saucer await, alongside a gleaming silver mocha pot, still faintly steaming, a silent, elegant offering in the intensifying morning light. You approach the table with unhurried steps, your bare feet once again finding the smooth, cool tiles beneath the plush rug, feeling the rising warmth of the Riviera sun on your shoulders. A slender, elegant spoon, crafted with a delicate filigree handle, rests beside the cup, its polished surface catching the sunlight with a soft, inviting glint. The ceramic of the cup itself feels cool and smooth to the touch, a pleasing contrast, anticipating the warmth it is soon to hold. You reach for the mocha pot, its weighted, cool metal casing resting steadily in your hand, the small, insulated handle smooth and perfectly balanced, a testament to its enduring design. With slow, deliberate care, a quiet choreography, you begin to pour. The dark, viscous liquid flows from the mocha pot's spout, a rich, deep umber, silent and steady, into the pristine white porcelain cup. It pools, building a beautiful, dense crema, a velvety, amber-brown layer that settles softly on top, holding the intense essence of its fragrance captive. The air around you thickens, deliciously, with the intoxicating perfume of roasted beans, a grounding, inviting scent that deepens the morning calm. The gentle, almost imperceptible gurgle as the last drops leave the pot is the only sound, a hushed, contained whisper in the quiet morning. You pause, letting the warmth from the filled cup radiate slowly into your palms, a comforting, steady presence. The delicate, almost weightless feel of the fine porcelain as you lift it. Your gaze drifts again across the sparkling sea, the sun now higher, painting the water in deeper, more profound shades of turquoise and sapphire. A single, muted, soft clink sounds as you carefully set the mocha pot back onto its waiting, perfectly aligned tray, its quiet echo absorbed by the vastness. Bringing the cup closer, you inhale the rich steam deeply, slowly, allowing the complex notes of the coffee to fill your senses, a deep, satisfying breath, before taking a first, tentative sip. The liquid is wonderfully warm, intense, and robust, a perfect, sophisticated bitterness that awakens your palate without jarring it, settling smoothly and lingeringly on your tongue. The experience is unhurried, a quiet, personal ritual of appreciation for the tranquil rhythm of the morning. You watch the distant, slow, deliberate movement of a tiny sailboat, a single white speck against the vast, encompassing blue, letting your eyes soften, simply observing its gentle progress. The strong, dark taste lingers pleasantly, a gentle, comforting echo of the silent, sun-drenched morning, as you feel the subtle, consistent warmth of the morning sun against your bare skin. Leaving the vibrant, sun-drenched private terrace where the scent of coffee still delicately lingers, you step into the hushed, cooler serenity of your private spa bathroom. Here, the air is already softly humid, carrying the distinct, calming notes of a bespoke essential oil blend, lavender, and a hint of something citrus, perhaps bergamot, a gentle, fragrant mist already preparing the space. The brilliant morning light, now softened, filters through frosted panels, casting a warm, diffused glow over the expanse of polished, veined marble. Your gaze settles on the magnificent, oversized soaking tub, carved from a single block of pale, creamy stone, a tranquil lagoon waiting for you. The water inside is perfectly still, reflecting the soft light from above, its surface unbroken, inviting. Around the tub, a collection of hand-blown glass bottles, filled with luminous, clear oils, catch the light, hinting at their precious contents. The cool, smooth feel of the marble floor beneath your bare feet is a familiar grounding sensation, a contrast to the warmth of the terrace tiles just moments ago. As you approach the tub, the subtle, steady sound of water, not flowing, but gently becomes more pronounced, a quiet presence in the room. You trail your fingertips along the cool, polished edge of the tub, feeling the perfectly smooth, almost silken texture of the stone, appreciating its natural coolness before dipping your hand into the water itself. It is exactly the right temperature, wonderfully warm, soft, and utterly inviting, a comforting embrace that instantly begins to soothe your skin. Tiny, almost imperceptible ripples spread from your touch. Slowly, gracefully, you ease yourself into the waiting warmth. The water rises around you, a gentle, quiet tide, enveloping your legs, your torso, then settling around your shoulders. You lean back against the contoured curve of the marble, feeling the solid, unwavering support beneath you. The buoyancy of the water lifts your limbs, releasing any lingering tension, a profound sense of weightlessness washing over you. Small, iridescent droplets of the aromatherapy oils, now fully activated by the heat, shimmer on the water's surface, releasing their fragrant essence with every slow movement. The delicate steam curls subtly upwards, carrying the full, rich aroma of lavender and bergamot directly to you, a gentle, soothing cloud that fills your lungs with each slow, even breath. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the gentle lapping of the water against the marble sides be the only sound, a soft, rhythmic whisper in the quiet sanctuary. Your body feels completely supported, cradled by the warm water, dissolving into the peaceful embrace. The world outside the spa bathroom fades, leaving only this exquisite calm. The warmth settles deep, a profound quietude. The subtle, fragrant mist that curls upwards from the warm, embracing water now deepens its comforting presence, carrying the familiar notes of lavender and bergamot, beautifully interwoven with the crisp, clarifying scent of eucalyptus. You are completely submerged in the oversized marble tub, the perfectly warm water cradling your entire body, a gentle, unwavering support that feels almost weightless against the smooth, sculpted stone. As you lean back, allowing the marble's coolness to contrast with the surrounding warmth, the dense, soft steam begins to swirl and drift around you, a slow, mesmerizing dance. It rises gently past your face, warming your skin with its soft touch, blurring the edges of the room into soft, muted tones. With each slow, expansive inhale, the blend of essential oils fills your lungs, the eucalyptus offering a particularly clear, refreshing quality that seems to gently open and expand your breathing, adding a new layer to the already calming atmosphere. You shift almost imperceptibly, a slight adjustment that causes the water to ripple and lap against the polished marble sides of the tub, with the softest, most tender sound, a quiet shh that resonates deeply within the stillness. Your fingers, relaxed and floating near the surface, feel the delicate current of the water, warm and yielding, flowing gently around them, a continuous, soothing movement. The buoyancy lifts your arms effortlessly, allowing them to rest in a state of complete repose, utterly free from tension or effort. The light filtering in, once bright, now appears diffused and softened by the steam, creating a hazy, ethereal glow within the room. Everything outside your immediate awareness seems to recede into a gentle blur, allowing your senses to focus entirely on the immediate, tangible sensations. The consistent warmth of the water, the delicate steam on your face, and the unwavering, calming presence of the blended aromas. You notice the tiny, almost invisible condensation pearls forming on the cool marble rim just above the waterline, each one a miniature, perfect sphere. Allowing your mind to drift gently, unburdened, you simply exist in this peaceful space, enveloped by the warmth and fragrance. Your breathing grows even deeper, slower, effortlessly matching the soft, rhythmic lapping of the water. Each exhale, a quiet release. Each inhale, a fresh infusion of tranquility. The heavy, comforting weight of the water around you, the ethereal lightness of the steam above, and the exquisite fragrance continue to wash over you, a continuous, serene embrace. You feel a profound sense of calm settling within, spreading from the crown of your head down to your toes, a deep and unhurried peace. The quiet murmur of the water persists, a constant, gentle lull. Leaving the soothing embrace of the aromatherapy bath, the last of the fragrant steam gently dissipates around you as you step onto the cool, polished marble floor of the spa bathroom. You reach for the awaiting, incredibly plush bath towel. Its thick, soft cotton, a luxurious cloud against your skin, absorbing every drop of water with an exquisite gentleness. The lingering scent of lavender and eucalyptus slowly fades, replaced by a sense of pristine freshness as you meticulously pat your skin dry, each movement unhurried and deliberate. Draped once more in a fresh, soft linen robe, you move from the cool, humid quiet of the spa towards the comforting, sunlit warmth of your private library, located just down a short, sun-dappled corridor. The soft, deep pile of a Persian rug cushions your steps, its intricate patterns a familiar pathway. Here the air is dry and still, carrying the subtle, beloved scent of old paper and fine leather, a comforting fragrance that always evokes a sense of deep history and quiet contemplation. Sunlight, now higher and brighter than on the terrace, streams through tall, arched windows, illuminating dancing dust motes and golden shafts, creating a peaceful, almost magical tableau. You walk slowly along the towering, dark walnut bookshelves, each shelf meticulously filled with volumes of varying ages and sizes, their spines a kaleidoscope of muted colors and elegant gold lettering. Your fingers glide over the cool, smooth wood, tracing the faint grain before coming to rest on a particular volume. It is bound in supple, aged leather, its cover slightly softened by time and countless readings, the title barely legible in its delicate script. You carefully slide the book from its place, feeling its comfortable weight, the slight resistance as it leaves the shelf, a soft, almost imperceptible whisper of displacement. Moving towards a generous armchair, upholstered in rich, dark velvet, positioned perfectly to catch the morning sun, you settle into its deep cushions. The fabric yields softly, embracing you with a silent invitation to rest, to delve. The faint creak of the leather, a familiar, comforting sound, barely disturbs the quietude. You open the book with a gentle, considered touch. The distinct, delicate rustle of the aged paper fills the immediate space, a symphony of whispers, as each thin page, slightly brittle yet resilient, turns under your fingertips. The subtle scent of the centuries-old paper, dry and earthy, rises to meet you, a palpable connection to the past held within its fragile fibers. The ink on the page is crisp, a quiet invitation to another world. You pause, simply holding the book, feeling its weight, listening to the soft, gentle sounds of the turning pages. The sun warms your side, a comforting presence. Everything feels utterly still and settled, suspended in this moment of quiet anticipation, ready to simply be. The faint, distant sounds of the Riviera, the murmur of the sea, now seem incredibly far away, hushed by the quiet dignity of the room. The rich, earthy scent of the old leather-bound volume you now hold fills the quiet air around you, a deeper fragrance than just moments ago, when it rested among its companions on the polished walnut shelves. You are settled deeply into the velvet armchair in your sunlit private library, the book a comforting weight in your hands, the light from the arched windows illuminating its subtle imperfections, and the finely detailed tooling on its spine. You gently trace the raised bands along the book's spine with your thumb, feeling the faint, smooth ridges of the aged leather. Its texture is soft, almost supple, bearing the subtle marks of time and countless hands, each tiny variation telling a silent story of its long journey. The faint, intricate gold lettering, though worn in places, still hints at its original elegance, a quiet testament to the craftsmanship of an earlier era. The scent, a complex blend of old wood, dry paper, and the distinct aroma of well-preserved leather, intensifies with your proximity, a grounding presence in the peaceful room. With exquisite care, you allow the book to fall open naturally, the resistance of its binding a gentle, familiar tension. The soft, quiet rustle of the ancient pages, thin and slightly brittle, is a delicate whisper, a sound that harmonizes perfectly with the stillness of the library. You notice the unique, slightly uneven texture of each page, the subtle variations in its fibrous surface, feeling incredibly fragile yet resilient beneath your fingertips. The faint, almost imperceptible discoloration along the edges speaks of seasons past, of countless sunrises and sunsets filtering through similar windows. Your eyes drift over the elegant flowing script printed on the cream-colored pages, the ink a deep, almost velvety black that has retained its richness through the centuries. You don't read the words intently just yet, but rather observe their form, their arrangement on the page, the artistry of their layout. The sunlight, now a brighter gold, bathes the open pages, making the tiny imperfections in the paper almost glow, highlighting the intricate details of the antique printing. A stray dust mote dances slowly in the bright shaft of light, settling momentarily on the page before being carried away again by the imperceptible currents of air. You pause, letting your gaze soften, content to simply hold the volume, absorbing its historical presence and the deep, resonant aroma that continues to emanate from its pages. The weight of the book, the warmth of the sun on your arm, and the quiet comfort of the velvet chair merge into a singular, tranquil experience. The scent of aged paper and leather lingers, a beautiful, enduring invitation to quiet contemplation, as the soft light gently shifts, slowly painting new patterns on the wall. The world outside feels distant, held at bay by the serene stillness of this moment, as the rich, grounding scent of the leather-bound book gently fades from your senses. You rise slowly from the deep velvet armchair in the sunlit library, leaving the quiet world of ancient texts behind. Your linen robe still feels light and fresh around you as you move through a cool, stone-floored hallway, the light softening, leading you towards the heart of the villa. A new aroma now begins to delicately waft, pulling at your attention. The bright, verdant scent of fresh herbs, mingled with a subtle, sweet earthiness that promises something delicious. You step into the spacious, yet profoundly tranquil, chef's kitchen, a space designed for effortless precision. Here, the air is clean and invigorated, filled with the vibrant, sun-kissed fragrance of ripe produce. The light pours in from wide, arching windows that overlook a meticulously kept herb garden, casting a soft golden glow across the expansive, cool marble countertops. On a large, polished wooden cutting board at the center island, a small collection of heirloom tomatoes in varying shades of crimson, sun yellow, and deep orange awaits, their smooth, taut skins glowing with inner life. A figure, the village chef, moves with quiet, purposeful grace on the far side of the island, his movements efficient and almost silent, a study in focused calm. He is simply present, a peripheral, reassuring presence, his attention entirely absorbed in his craft. You watch as he selects one of the tomatoes, its skin perfectly unblemished, holding it gently but firmly in his hand. The weight of it feels perfectly balanced, a small, vibrant orb of concentrated flavor. With a long, incredibly thin, and impeccably sharpened knife, its blade gleaming under the diffused light, he begins to slice. The first cut is almost imperceptible, a gentle, precise parting of the skin, followed by the softest, most satisfying asterisk as the blade glides through the succulent flesh. Each slice is even, measured, yielding perfect, glistening rounds of tomato, their inner chambers revealed, vibrant and jewel-like. The fresh, slightly sweet and tangy aroma of the freshly cut tomato instantly releases into the air, mingling beautifully with the existing herb notes. The rhythmic, soft whisper of the knife against the wooden board continues, a gentle, hypnotic cadence, as each round is carefully laid, overlapping slightly, forming a beautiful, vibrant mosaic of color. The quiet focus, the simple beauty of the task, and the fresh, clean sense of the kitchen create a deep sense of settled calm. The subtle thud as the last tomato half is placed down is the final sound. The sliced tomatoes sit there, a testament to unhurried preparation, perfectly ready, radiating their fresh, sun-warmed essence. The subtle, green aroma of sliced heirloom tomatoes still gently perfumes the air of the chef's quiet kitchen, a soft, fresh memory of the morning's careful preparations. Your attention now shifts to a pristine section of the cool marble counter, where an elegant arrangement of crystal and vibrant, natural ingredients awaits, inviting a different kind of gentle creation. Sunlight, a softer gold now as the morning deepens, bathes the exquisite items, hinting at the refreshing moment to come. Your fingertips drift, then settle on the delicate, cool rim of a tall, slender crystal highball glass, its surface meticulously polished, flawlessly smooth beneath your touch. The intricate diamond etchings along its lower half catch the subtle light, creating tiny shimmering facets that dance as you slowly, carefully lift it from its place on a plush, charcoal linen coaster. The faint, barely audible whisper of fabric against glass is the only sound, a hushed testament to quality, as the glass rises, feeling light yet substantial, a perfect, waiting vessel. From a small, insulated silver bucket, its polished surface cool and smooth to the touch, you carefully select several perfectly formed, geometrically precise ice cubes. Their edges are sharp, transparent, refracting the light like miniature frozen jewels. You drop them, one by one, into the waiting crystal. The sound is a distinct, clear clink, a pure, resonant tone that echoes briefly within the glass, then settles into a soft, muted silence, as they find their resting place at the bottom. A faint, almost imperceptible plume of cool mist rises, touching your skin with a refreshing, momentary breath. Next, your hand reaches for a tall, slender bottle of naturally sparkling mineral water, its understated label hinting at its pristine, natural origin from a distant spring. With a slow, deliberate motion, you tilt the bottle, and the effervescent water begins its gentle descent, a cascade of tiny, shimmering bubbles into the glass. The soft, continuous choro fizz and whisper of carbonation is a calming, delicate sound, filling the space as the clear liquid rises, surrounding the ice with a graceful, dancing embrace, its surface alive with subtle, captivating movement. A small, perfectly ripe organic lemon, its skin a vibrant, unblemished yellow, rests on a nearby wooden board, waiting. You pick it up, feeling its smooth, slightly textured rind, the subtle, comforting weight in your palm. With a delicate twist of a small, sharp paring knife, a single, elegant spiral of zest is released, creating a fine, aromatic spray of citrus oil that instantly invigorates the air. The bright, sharp, zesty scent of the lemon cuts through the softer kitchen aromas, a clean, refreshing burst of pure sunshine. You carefully drape the thin, curled slice of lemon onto the rim of the crystal glass, its vivid color a striking, beautiful contrast against the clear liquid and etched crystal. The entire crystal glass now holds a luminous, sparkling promise, catching and reflecting the morning light in a mesmerizing play of subtle brilliance. The delicate effervescence dances ceaselessly, a quiet, inviting movement within the liquid, promising coolness. The simple, mindful preparation feels like a small, quiet ceremony, a moment of unhurried appreciation. The chilled drink sits there, radiating its cool, refreshing essence, a perfect pause in the gentle flow of the day, ready to be enjoyed. The lingering, clean citrus scent and the faint, clink of settling ice are the only sounds, inviting deeper calm. As the last delicate, effervescent whisper of your refreshing spritz fades from the cool crystal glass, leaving a crisp, clean taste on your palate, you feel a gentle shift in the day's rhythm. The morning's bright activities now softly recede. You move from the clean, sun-warmed air of the chef's kitchen through a quiet, wide archway and into the hushed, almost reverent atmosphere of your private gallery. Here, the afternoon light, now long and mellow, filters through high, narrow windows, casting soft, elongated shadows across the polished parquet floor. The air inside the gallery is noticeably cooler, a still, dry embrace that carries a faint, sophisticated scent of aged wood and beeswax polish, a subtle fragrance that hints at centuries of curated history. Your footsteps, now muffled by the thick, hand-woven runners that line the central aisle, become almost inaudible, each step a soft, deliberate placement on the yielding fibers. The expansive space, usually bustling with quiet admiration during public hours, is now entirely your own, a sanctuary of silent artistry. You begin a slow, solitary stroll, your hands clasped gently behind your back, allowing your eyes to adjust to the deeper, more profound quiet. Along the immense cream-colored walls, the grand canvases and sculptures, once vibrant under direct light, now hold a different, more introspective presence. Their forms are softened by the diffused light, colors muted to rich, deep tones, inviting a deeper, more personal contemplation. You notice the subtle texture of a large, abstract painting, its impasto surfaces creating gentle shadows and highlights in the ambient glow. The only discernible sound is the incredibly faint, almost imperceptible hum of the distant city, a low, constant murmur that is gently absorbed by the thick walls and high ceilings, making the gallery feel like a peaceful cocoon. You pause before a towering bronze sculpture, its smooth, cool surface catching the faintest glint of light. You trail your fingertips with the lightest touch, along a cold, polished curve of its base, feeling the enduring strength of the metal, its cool energy transferring subtly to your skin. The intricate details of its form, previously overlooked, now reveal themselves in the quiet stillness, inviting a lingering gaze. Turning slowly, you move towards another section, where ancient tapestries hang, their faded silks and wools telling silent, intricate stories. The subtle shift in air as you pass creates an almost imperceptible flutter of their threads. Everything here feels timeless, suspended, offering a profound sense of continuity and unhurried beauty. The profound quiet of the gallery, the subdued glow of the light, and the enduring presence of the art blend into a deeply calming, enveloping sensation, inviting a tranquil, unburdened focus. Your eyes soften, absorbing the deep, quiet peace. The hushed reverence of the private gallery deepens as you drift, a silent observer in this exclusive space. The subtle scent of aged wood and beeswax still lingering gently in the cool air. Your steps, cushioned by the plush runners, become even more deliberate, carrying you now towards a particular canvas on a far wall, a piece that seems to beckon with its quiet intensity. The afternoon light, softened and diffused through the high windows, casts a gentle, almost theatrical glow upon its surface, illuminating its textures in a new, contemplative way. You pause, allowing the sheer scale of the painting to settle upon you. It is a large, commanding piece, framed in understated, dark wood that grounds its expansive presence without distracting from the artwork itself. The rich, deep hues of the canvas, previously observed in a general glance, now reveal their intricate depths, absorbing and reflecting the ambient light with a subtle, shifting brilliance. There is a profound stillness here, where the distant, muffled murmur of the city is entirely forgotten, leaving only the quiet breath of the room. As you draw a little closer, the intricate topography of the painted surface becomes visible. You can almost feel the tangible quality of the oil paint, applied in thick, deliberate strokes that catch and hold the light in fascinating ways. Each brushstroke, a testament to the artist's hand, creates a delicate ridge, a tiny valley, a subtle undulation that plays with your perception. The light, entering from above, falls across these textures, creating miniature shadows and highlights that give the flat canvas an astonishing, almost three-dimensional depth, an illusion of movement. You trace with your eyes the direction of the strokes, noticing how some sweep broadly, others are layered with meticulous precision, building up color and form. A particular patch of deep azure, perhaps a shadowed part of a sky, or a distant body of water, seems to subtly deepen as you observe it, drawing you into its cool, serene complexity. Then, a swath of warm ochre next to it appears to gently shimmer, almost vibrating with captured light, its richness seeming to expand in the stillness. The delicate nuances of color, blended and textured, reveal themselves slowly, requiring no rush, inviting a timeless appreciation. You stand there for several quiet moments, simply observing, letting your gaze soften and unfocus, then sharpen again, taking in the intricate dance of light and pigment. The cool, still air around you, the subtle play of light on textured brushstrokes, and the profound, embracing quiet of the gallery combine to create a deeply absorbing, unhurried experience. Everything feels perfectly balanced, suspended in a moment of pure, gentle observation. The painting, in its quiet majesty, seems to breathe, its silent story unfolding slowly, inviting your mind to simply rest within its serene composition. The subtle shift of the day's light continues its slow descent outside, unhurried, just like your peaceful contemplation. The profound quietude that enveloped you in the gallery, where light danced on textured brushstrokes, now subtly shifts into a different kind of stillness. A cool, damp freshness greets you as you step from the hushed elegance of the villa, leaving behind the memory of silent artistry for the tender blush of dawn. The air, crisp and invigorating, carries the delicate, earthy scent of damp soil and awakening blossoms, a vibrant, living contrast to the indoor calm. You find yourself on a winding, narrow path, paved with smooth, irregular flagstones, still cool beneath the soles of your soft slippers. Each stone is kissed with a fine, shimmering veil of dew, reflecting the palest hints of pre-sunrise light, like tiny, scattered diamonds. Your first few steps are deliberate, a gentle movement into the nascent day, as the path curves softly ahead, beckoning you deeper into the secluded expanse of your secret garden. The dense foliage on either side, heavy with the night's moisture, brushes lightly against your legs, a cool, refreshing sensation. Above, the sky is a breathtaking watercolor of soft grays, delicate mauves, and faint burgeoning pinks, promising the sun's imminent ascent. The tall cypress trees, dark and majestic sentinels, stand silhouetted against this palette, their tips just beginning to catch the first golden whispers of light. A distant, melodious chorus of awakening birdsong begins to fill the air, a gentle, interwoven symphony of chirps and trills, each note clear and distinct in the quiet dawn, a living tapestry of sound. It's a peaceful, unhurried waking of the world around you. As you follow the gentle curve of the path, the scent of night-blooming jasmine, still clinging to the cool air, mingles with the faint, sweet perfume of awakening roses and the fresh, green fragrance of damp leaves. Each breath is deep and clean, an invigorating infusion of pure morning air. You reach out, your fingers lightly touching the cool, waxy surface of a camellia leaf, feeling the tiny, perfect beads of dew clinging to its glossy surface, cool and round. The silence, punctuated only by nature's softest awakening sounds, feels profoundly restorative. The path continues to wind, slowly revealing new vistas of the garden, each turn a soft unveiling of meticulously arranged beauty. Your movement is a gentle glide, unburdened by haste or thought, simply a presence within the emerging light. The dew-kissed path unfolds, inviting you forward into the deepening calm of this private, untouched moment, as the morning slowly, softly brightens around you. This intimate communion with the nascent day feels like a natural, unhurried progression, a gentle settling into the world's quiet rhythm. As the dew-kissed path gently unfurls before you, leading deeper into the garden's serene embrace, a new sound begins to weave itself into the symphony of awakening birdsong. It is a distant, subtle murmur, a liquid whisper that calls to your awareness from further within the verdant expanse. The air grows even cooler here, faintly humid, carrying with it a delicate, clean scent of moving water, an inviting contrast to the rich earthiness of the dewy foliage. Each step on the smooth flagstones is a quiet rhythm, your soft slippers barely disturbing the scattered diamond-like drops. The winding path makes a final, gentle turn, and the source of the melodic murmur reveals itself. Before you, Nestled within a natural alcove of ancient, artfully pruned cypress trees, stands a magnificent stone fountain. Its carved basin, weathered by centuries, holds a perfectly still pool of clear water, reflecting the soft pastel hues of the pre-dawn sky. From the mouth of a gracefully sculpted figure, a steady, gentle stream of water pours, a continuous, glistening cascade, breaking the surface with a consistent, soothing plink and soft splash. The sound is now closer, clearer, a calming, rhythmic presence. Just beside the fountain, perfectly positioned beneath the generous spreading canopy of a very old olive tree, is a cool stone bench. Its surface, smoothed by time and touch, appears invitingly cool and deeply shaded, a silent sentinel waiting in the soft, diffused light of the morning. The dark, gnarled branches of the olive tree create intricate, dancing patterns of shadow and light on the ground around the bench, a tranquil mosaic, shifting with the imperceptible movement of the air. You approach the bench with unhurried grace, your hand gently brushing the cool, rough texture of the ancient stone as you prepare to sit. The surface is refreshingly cool against your skin, a welcome anchor in the rising morning warmth. As you settle onto the bench, the sound of the fountain fills your senses more completely, its quiet, continuous flow becoming a gentle, hypnotic pulse that seems to synchronize with your own steady breathing. The leaves of the olive tree above rustle with the softest sigh, a subtle, murmuring counterpoint. Allowing your gaze to soften, you simply observe the mesmerizing movement of the water as it falls, pooling, then overflowing, endlessly renewing itself. The faint, sweet perfume of unseen blossoms drifts on the cool, damp air, carried by the subtle currents created by the fountain's gentle activity. The soft, quiet murmur of the water, a timeless, comforting presence, washes over you, inviting a deeper sense of stillness. Everything here is tranquil, unhurried, perfectly settled, a profound moment of peaceful observation in the cool, dawning light. The profound quietude that enveloped you in the garden, where the fountain's murmur provided a gentle rhythm, now gives way to a different, deeper silence as you step through a heavy, unadorned oak door. It closes with a soft, controlled thud behind you, sealing away the outside world. Within this meticulously ordered workshop, the air is rich, warm, and distinctly fragrant with the deep, grounding aroma of fine, tanned leather, a scent that immediately speaks of age-old traditions and enduring craftsmanship. Soft, diffused daylight, filtered through high, arched windows, casts an even golden glow across the polished surfaces of sturdy wooden workbenches, illuminating countless tiny dust motes as they gently drift and spiral in the still, undisturbed air. In the precise center of the sunlit room, seated at a low, impeccably clean workbench, an artisan works with an almost meditative focus, his presence a study in unhurried concentration. His hands, strong yet delicate, move with a practiced, fluid rhythm, each gesture imbued with purpose and decades of acquired skill. Before him, a piece of deep, cognac-colored leather, exquisitely supple and smooth to the touch, is held securely within the heavy jaws of a polished wooden stitching clamp, its surface catching the light with a subtle, warm sheen. You observe the quiet intensity of his posture, his back straight, head slightly bowed, his entire being immersed in the intricate, repetitive task unfolding before him. He selects a slender, specialized saddler's needle, its tip incredibly sharp and gleaming, holding it with a delicate yet firm grip between his thumb and forefinger. With a subtle, almost imperceptible shift of weight, he pushes the needle with absolute precision through a meticulously pre-punched hole in the leather, guiding it expertly. The robust thread, waxed to a subtle, protective sheen, follows smoothly, its subtle resistance against the leather creating a barely audible, soft whisper of friction, a delicate sound that punctuates the deep silence. He then repeats this exact, mirrored action with a second needle from the opposite side, the two threads meeting and gracefully passing each other within the carefully prepared incision, a silent ballet of focused dexterity. With an elegant, almost ceremonial flourish, he then pulls both threads taut, drawing them tight with a soft, satisfying swip that echoes faintly in the quiet room. Each stitch is perfectly formed, flawlessly even, a testament to years of dedicated practice, creating a subtle, raised line of intricate pattern along the edge of the leather piece, a visible mark of exquisite quality. The rich, organic perfume of the leather seems to deepen and intensify with each precise pull, filling the peaceful space with its grounding presence. He pauses for a single, measured moment, his gaze unwavering and profoundly focused, meticulously examining his work with a critical yet gentle eye before reaching for a small, smooth block of natural beeswax. He carefully runs the length of the strong thread over its surface with a soft, consistent, pole drag sound, coating it evenly, preparing it for the next sequence of perfectly executed stitches. The slow, precise actions, the repetitive, soothing sounds of tools on material, and the rich, authentic aroma of the fine, enduring leather create an atmosphere of profound, unhurried concentration. There is no sense of rush, no wasted movement, only the elegant, timeless dance of skilled hands and specialized tools. You feel the tangible presence of meticulous quality in every detail, from the subtle grain of the leather to the gleaming tips of the needles, hinting at the generations of skill and tradition imbued in this quiet, dedicated craft. The rhythmic, satisfying tap of the craftsman's small, polished wooden mallet continues to punctuate the profound silence of the workshop, each precise stroke a testament to enduring skill. The air remains thick with the rich, warm, comforting scent of fine tanned leather, and a subtle, sweet undertone of beeswax, creating an aromatic embrace that cradles your senses. Sunlight, diffused and gentle, still bathes the sturdy workbenches in a golden glow, illuminating the diligent, unhurried movements of the artisan's hands as he shapes something exquisite and timeless. He holds a slender, pointed awl, its handle smoothly worn from years of use, its tip gleaming with a sharpened precision, and positions it with unwavering focus over a carefully marked spot on the supple leather. With a single controlled motion he applies just the right amount of pressure, and a soft, almost muffled puncture sound echoes in the quiet room as the tool penetrates the thick hide. The small, perfectly round hole that appears is a testament to perfect execution, a minute detail in the intricate tapestry of the finished piece. He repeats this action, slowly, deliberately, creating a perfectly spaced sequence of small, neat openings, each one identical to the last, preparing the path for the threads to follow. The quiet, focused work of hand-stitching resumes its rhythmic dance. You observe again the two needles, their polished tips glinting, passing each other through these newly formed holes. The robust waxed linen thread slides with a soft whisper, a silken friction against the tough leather, followed by the satisfying, subtle thwip as each stitch is drawn taut and locked into place. The craftsman's thumbs work in a fluid, continuous motion, pressing and guiding the leather, ensuring each loop lies perfectly flat, each stitch a mirror image of the last. The intricate, almost meditative rhythm of this repetition is profoundly calming, a gentle, unwavering pulse in the heart of the workshop. Once a section of stitching is complete, the artisan pauses. He carefully lays down the needles, their slender forms resting silently on a small, soft felt cloth beside him. A brief, hushed clink, absorbed by the material. Then he reaches for a smooth, cylindrical tool, crafted from highly polished bone, its surface cool and hard to the touch. With slow, consistent pressure, he begins to run this burnishing tool along the newly stitched edge of the leather. The subtle, continuous swoosh-swoosh sound of the bone against the material is soft yet distinct, creating a gentle friction that subtly smooths and polishes the edges, giving them a rich, sealed finish, enhancing the natural sheen of the leather. The deep, rich color of the leather seems to deepen even further under this meticulous attention, a visual testament to the quality being imbued into the piece. The air, still imbued with a deep scent of leather and beeswax, feels settled, timeless. The focused, deliberate actions, the subtle, rhythmic sounds of traditional tools, and the visual evidence of beauty slowly emerging from raw materials create a profound sense of peace. You continue to observe the artisan's hands, so completely absorbed in their intricate, unhurried task, and feel a deep, quiet appreciation for the dedication to creating something truly exquisite. The gentle hum of distant activity from beyond the thick walls is barely a whisper, a sound that merely emphasizes the profound, enveloping stillness within this space of creation. Everything here is quiet, measured, and perfectly in balance. Leaving the profound, almost sacred silence of the artisan's workshop, where the deep scent of leather and beeswax had filled the air, you step gently out into a new, expansive calm. The transition is marked by a sudden, delightful warmth on your skin, the midday sun now high and golden, and a gentle breeze that carries with it the rich, earthy fragrance of dry soil and green leaves. You find yourself at the edge of meticulously ordered vineyard rows, stretching out in long, verdant lines across rolling hills, bathed in the soft, consistent light of the afternoon. The air here is vibrantly clean, imbued with the subtle, sweet aroma of sun-baked earth, mingling faintly with the fresh, slightly acidic scent of ripening grapes. Your steps, now on a narrow, packed earth path between the rows, are soft and measured, each footfall barely disturbing the loose soil. The warmth of the ground rises gently through the thin soles of your elegant espadrilles, a comforting connection to the rich, fertile land beneath. The gentle breeze, a consistent, caressing presence, rustles softly through the dense canopy of vibrant green leaves above, creating a continuous, whispering murmur that is profoundly soothing. You walk slowly, allowing your hand to trail lightly against the broad, velvety leaves of the grapevines. Their surfaces feel warm and slightly coarse, absorbing the sun's abundant energy. Tiny, perfect clusters of grapes, still a pale green and firm to the touch, hang hidden beneath the protective foliage, promising future sweetness. You feel the subtle, resilient strength of the woody vines, their gnarled branches twisting with centuries of growth and careful cultivation, a testament to nature's enduring patience and human dedication. The sunlight filters through the leaves in a shimmering, dappled pattern, creating intricate, dancing shadows on the path below. A faint, buzzing hum of industrious bees, diligently gathering nectar from unseen wild blossoms at the edge of the rows, provides a gentle ambient soundtrack, a quiet, reassuring pulse of natural activity. It is a sound that blends seamlessly with the soft rustling of the leaves and the distant, almost imperceptible sigh of the wind moving across the wider landscape. You pause for a moment, letting the gentle breeze caress your face and arms, feeling its cool touch against the sun's steady warmth, a perfect balance of sensations. The scent of the earth, warm and vital, deepens with each slow, conscious breath, looking out across the endless, ordered rows. The geometric precision of the vineyard contrasts beautifully with the organic life it contains, a landscape of profound, unhurried growth. The light continues its slow, golden descent, painting the distant hills in softer, deeper shades of green and brown. The constant, gentle rustle of the leaves, the deep, earthy fragrance, and the unwavering warmth of the sun merge into a singular, peaceful experience. Everything feels settled, grounded, and perfectly in harmony, inviting your mind to simply rest within this timeless natural rhythm. The quiet beauty of the vineyard enfolds you, a tranquil embrace. Leaving the sun-drenched vineyard rows, where the scent of warm earth still gently lingers on the afternoon air, your journey now guides you onto a meandering path of fine, sun-warmed gravel. The gentle breeze, a familiar companion, softly rustles the dense grape leaves behind you, a whispering farewell as you step into a new, quiet rhythm. The soft, resonant crunch of tiny stones beneath the soles of your espadrilles is the first distinct sound, a grounding, satisfying punctuation in the peaceful expanse of the afternoon. The path, a ribbon of pale, irregularly shaped pebbles and crushed stone, stretches ahead, winding gently through a slightly more untamed section of the estate. Here, ancient olive trees with their silver-green foliage stand sentinel, their gnarled trunks testament to centuries of quiet witness. The gravel feels warm beneath your feet, absorbing the ample afternoon sunlight, and with each unhurried step, a subtle, dry aroma of warmed minerals and parched earth rises, mingling with faint, distant notes of wild thyme and rosemary. The consistency of the scritch of your footsteps creates a meditative, repetitive rhythm, a gentle accompaniment to your thoughts. You walk with an even, measured pace, allowing your awareness to settle entirely on the simple act of moving forward. The sound of the gravel underfoot becomes a soothing, almost hypnotic mantra, each tiny stone shifting and settling with its own unique, soft top and scrape. Overhead, the sun is a steady, golden presence, casting long, dancing shadows of olive branches onto the path ahead, their intricate patterns shifting with the imperceptible sway of the breeze. A subtle, distant hum of cicadas, a barely audible shimmer of sound, weaves itself into the background, a natural, comforting white noise of the Mediterranean afternoon. Your gaze drifts along the path, noticing the delicate play of light on the myriad surfaces of the stones. Some are smooth and rounded, polished by countless footsteps, while others retain sharper, more angular edges, catching the sunlight in tiny, fleeting glints. The warmth from the ground permeates your shoes, a steady, comforting presence that grounds you deeply in the moment. The air, though warm, retains a dryness that feels incredibly clean, an expansive embrace after the more contained spaces of the villa. The path continues its gentle meander, each curve a soft invitation to simply keep moving, unburdened by destination or urgency. The rhythmic crunch and whisper of the gravel, the steady warmth, and the distant, soft hum of the afternoon create a profound sense of settled calm. You breathe deeply, slowly, allowing the subtle, earthy scents to fill your lungs, feeling utterly present in this unhurried, meditative stroll. The world feels expansive and quiet, inviting a deep, peaceful surrender to its gentle rhythm. Leaving the rhythmic Hennessy crunch of the gravel path and the expansive sun-warmed afternoon vineyard behind, you step softly into the hushed tranquility of the villa's quiet salon. The transition feels like a gentle descent into evening, as the golden light outside begins to soften, deepening to a mellow, ambient glow that barely penetrates the room's high windows. Here, the air is still and warm, imbued with a delicate, comforting fragrance of dried rose petals and a faint, sweet hint of vanilla, a serene contrast to the earthy scents of the outdoors. You approach a low, polished cherry wood table, its surface gleaming with a deep, rich luster, where a quiet evening tea ritual has been meticulously arranged. A delicate porcelain teacup, its rim edged in the faintest whisper of gold, rests upon a matching saucer. Beside it, a silver teapot, softly steaming, radiates a gentle, inviting warmth. The soft, plush pile of an antique rug cushions your steps as you settle into a deep, comfortable armchair, upholstered in smooth, cool linen, its gentle embrace welcoming you into its quiet comfort. Your hand reaches slowly for the teapot, its cool, smooth silver handle fitting perfectly into your grasp. You lift it with a deliberate, unhurried motion, feeling the reassuring weight of the warmed liquid within. With exquisite care, you tilt the pot, and a thin, steady stream of amber-colored tea flows silently from its spout, a soft, continuous nouille, as it fills the waiting porcelain cup. The delicate liquid swirls gently, revealing faint, ethereal tendrils of steam that gracefully rise and curl, carrying with them the full, complex aroma of the brewed herbal infusion. Chamomile, perhaps, with subtle notes of honey and a hint of something floral. As the cup fills, reaching a perfect, welcoming level, you gently lower the teapot back onto its silver tray, the softest, almost imperceptible clinks marking its return. You then reach for the teacup, its delicate warmth immediately transferring to your fingertips, a profound, comforting sensation that settles deep into your palms. The porcelain itself feels wonderfully smooth, almost silken, a testament to its fine craftsmanship. You hold it for a moment, letting the gentle heat radiate, feeling a deep, quiet connection to the present moment. Bringing the cup closer, you inhale the warm, fragrant steam, allowing the calming aromas of the herbal blend to fill your senses, cleansing and soothing with each slow, even breath. The delicate warmth against your lips is soft and inviting. With a gentle, unhurried sip, the subtly sweet, earthy taste of the tea spreads across your tongue, a soothing, profound warmth that travels down, settling within you. The experience is one of pure, unadulterated tranquility. The low, diffused light of the salon softly fades as evening deepens, inviting a deeper, more profound sense of ease. The delicate warmth of the porcelain teacup still radiates gently in your hands, a profound, comforting anchor as the subtle, sweet, and distinctly floral notes of jasmine from the fragrant infusion now seem to deepen and expand in the quiet evening air. You are settled deeply into the linen armchair within the tranquil salon, the soft glow from outside having further receded, leaving the room in a state of hushed, ambient light. The silence around you, once merely a backdrop, now becomes a palpable presence, thickening and enveloping, absorbing even the faintest distant echoes. You hold the cup steady, your gaze soft, as you watch the delicate, ethereal tendrils of steam curl lazily upwards from the surface of the amber-colored liquid. They rise in a slow, almost hypnotic dance, swirling and twisting upon themselves before gently dissipating into the still, warm air above. Each wisp carries with it the full, rich aroma of the jasmine infusion, a clean, sweet, and deeply soothing fragrance that fills your senses with every slow, even breath. The visual calm of the curling steam, combined with its pervasive scent, creates a quiet, mesmerizing focus. Your fingers trace the smooth, cool curve of the porcelain, feeling its subtle texture against your skin, a grounding connection to the quiet ritual. The soft, deep cushions of the armchair yield slightly more, inviting you to sink deeper into their comforting embrace, releasing any lingering tension. The faint, almost imperceptible creak of the aged wood as you shift is the only sound, quickly absorbed by the surrounding quiet, leaving only the gentle hum of profound stillness. You take another slow, deliberate sip. The warm, delicate liquid passes smoothly over your tongue, carrying the full, exquisite flavor of the jasmine, a soft, floral sweetness that leaves a gentle, lingering taste. It is a taste of pure tranquility, warming you from within, a subtle wave of profound calm spreading through your body. The external world continues to fade, its demands and distractions dissolving into the deepening quiet, leaving only the immediate, tangible sensations of warmth, fragrance, and soft repose. As you lower the cup, its gentle clink against the saucer is a soft punctuation mark in the enveloping stillness, barely disturbing the peaceful atmosphere. The last of the soft, ambient light outside fades, deepening the shadows within the salon, making the room feel more intimate, more cocoon-like. The persistent, delicate aroma of jasmine continues to fill the quiet air, a continuous, soothing whisper of comfort. You feel a profound sense of settled peace, a gentle, unburdened tranquility that invites your mind to simply rest, drifting in the quiet, fragrant air. The soft warmth of the teacup remains, a comforting presence. The delicate, lingering scent of jasmine from your evening tea now gently mingles with the faint, comforting aroma of old paper and polished wood as you rise from the deep armchair in the hushed salon. The quietude of the evening, deepened by your recent repose, accompanies you as you step softly into your private study. Here, the last vestiges of daylight, a muted twilight glow, filter through the tall, leaded glass windows, casting a soft, almost ethereal light across the broad, solid oak desk in the center of the room. The air in the study is still and dry, imbued with the familiar, beloved scent of ancient parchment and old leather bindings, a deeper, more resonant fragrance than that of the library's books. Your steps across the polished parquet floor are hushed, almost imperceptible, absorbed by the stillness of the room. You approach a long, shallow mahogany flat file cabinet, its gleaming surface reflecting the faint light, feeling the smooth, cool wood beneath your fingertips as you gently pull open one of its wide, shallow drawers. The soft whisper of wood sliding against wood is a delicate sound in the quiet space. Within the drawer, carefully protected beneath a layer of archival tissue, lies a curated collection of antique maps. You reach in, your fingers gently tracing the edges of a particularly fine example, feeling the subtle, slightly crisp texture of the aged paper. With slow, deliberate care, you lift the map, its weight surprisingly light yet substantial, the delicate rustle of its venerable paper, a soft, almost fragile sound in the quiet room. Its surface, a muted cream, displays the faded, intricate lines of a forgotten coastline, adorned with fanciful sea creatures and elegant, hand-drawn compass roses. You move to the expansive oak desk, its surface impeccably clean and smooth, and begin the careful process of unrolling the map. The paper, slightly stiff from its years of gentle storage, offers a soft, almost resistant crackle as it slowly unfurls. You use the flat of your hand to smooth it, working from the center outwards, feeling the subtle undulations and delicate creases, ensuring it lies perfectly flat against the cool, solid wood. The faint scent of ancient ink and paper, a dry, earthy perfume, rises from the map, filling the air around you with its historical presence. You pause, allowing your gaze to drift over the delicate, intricate details of the map, the finely rendered topographical lines, the minuscule script of long-lost towns, the graceful curves of imagined rivers. The muted colors, softened by time, seem to glow faintly in the twilight, revealing new nuances with each moment of quiet observation. The room falls into a profound, enveloping silence, broken only by the almost imperceptible drift of dust motes in the last faint light. Everything here feels timeless, unhurried, a gentle settling into the deep, quiet rhythm of the evening. The antique map, still spread upon the cool, solid surface of the oak desk, feels a subtle texture beneath your fingertips, its faded lines barely discernible now as the twilight deepens outside the study windows. The rich, dry scent of ancient parchment and old ink continues to subtly imbue the air, creating a deep, resonant atmosphere of quiet exploration. Your gaze, however, is drawn back to the low, magnificent mahogany flat file cabinet, its dark, polished surface reflecting the faint, remaining light like a deep, still pool. You reach for the polished brass handle of the drawer, directly beneath the one you just opened, feeling its cool, smooth curve under your fingers, a comforting weight. With a gentle, deliberate tug, perfectly calibrated, the drawer begins its movement. It is a wonderfully engineered, almost silent glide, of wood against wood, a soft, hushed sound that is barely a whisper, yet distinct and satisfying in the deep quiet of the room. The mechanism is flawless, offering no resistance, only a fluid, unhurried motion as the drawer extends slowly, revealing its carefully protected contents. As the drawer opens fully, a fresh, profound wave of that distinct, dry aroma of forgotten journeys and old parchment washes over you, deeper and more concentrated than before, filling the space around you with the essence of distant lands and ancient cartography. Within, neatly stacked and meticulously organized, lie more treasures, heavier scrolls of vellum, delicate charts on thick, creamy parchment, and beautifully rendered topographical surveys, each one carefully rolled or gently folded, a silent collection of untold stories waiting to be discovered. You reach in, your fingertips brushing lightly over the uppermost scroll, feeling the subtle, slightly coarse yet incredibly resilient texture of its well-preserved surface. It is a substantial piece of parchment, far older than the delicate paper map already on the desk, its edges naturally irregular, softened by the silent passage of many centuries. The faint, distinct crackle of the parchment is different, more resonant, than the paper, a unique, almost brittle sound of enduring history, a fragile whisper of time. With the same slow, deliberate care, you lift this newly discovered scroll, its weight surprisingly comforting and substantial in your hands. As you gently begin to unroll it on an adjacent cleared space of the cool oak desk, the parchment offers a stiff, soft rustle, a sound like dry leaves caught in a gentle breeze, before it gradually settles. It reveals an intricately detailed map, its faint, muted ochres and deep blues softened by time, depicting regions long since reshaped, their old names handwritten in elegant, flowing script. The ink, though faded, still holds a dignified presence, inviting a slow, thoughtful gaze into its antique beauty. The room holds its breath around these unearthed histories, the soft, diminishing light of twilight, continuing its slow, unhurried fade into full evening. The deep, grounding scent of ancient parchment and seasoned oak now permeates the study, a silent testament to forgotten voyages and the quiet persistence of time. You simply rest, cradled by the tranquil echoes of distant explorations, your mind drifting in the peaceful stillness, watching the intricate, delicate lines of the parchment, leaving the deep quiet of your study, where ancient parchment maps had whispered of forgotten journeys into the deepening twilight. You now step gently into a new, expansive realm of calm. The transition feels like a seamless shift, from the profound history of paper to the boundless present of the sea. You are on the polished teak deck of your private yacht, and the afternoon sun, bright yet mellow, bathes the entire vessel in a radiant golden light. A gentle, rhythmic sway, almost imperceptible at first, immediately begins to settle your senses, a continuous, soft undulation beneath your feet, a true embrace of motion. The air here is wonderfully fresh and clean, carrying with it the unmistakable, subtle tang of salt and a faint, sweet aroma of warm, polished wood from the yacht's exquisite fittings. You move slowly towards a sun-drenched lounging area, where deep, plush cushions, covered in a cool, cream-colored marine fabric, await. The teak deck feels smooth and warm beneath your bare feet, radiating the stored heat of the sun, a comforting and solid surface that subtly adapts to the gentle roll of the ocean. Each unhurried step becomes part of the yacht's soft dance. You settle into the generous embrace of a large, perfectly angled sun lounger, the thick cushions yielding softly, providing a luxurious cradle for your body. The sensation of the yacht's gentle sway becomes more pronounced here, a continuous, comforting rock that feels both supportive and liberating. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the warm afternoon sun kiss your eyelids, feeling its steady, pervasive heat soak deep into your skin. A deep and profoundly relaxing warmth that seems to melt away any lingering trace of tension. Below you, just beyond the gleaming white railing, the calm sea stretches out, an impossibly vast canvas of shimmering cerulean and sapphire. Its surface is almost entirely unruffled, save for the occasional languid ripple that spreads in slow, hypnotic circles, reflecting the brilliant afternoon sun in 1,000 sparkling diamonds. The only sound is the incredibly soft, rhythmic lap-lap of tiny waves against the yacht's pristine hull, a gentle, watery whisper that seems to synchronize effortlessly with your own deepening breath. It is a sound of pure, unadulterated peace. You open your eyes again, softened by the sun, and watch the subtle, mesmerizing play of light on the water, letting your gaze unfocus, simply observing the endless, sparkling expanse. The vastness of the sea, the unhurried motion of the yacht, and the consistent, warm sun create a profound sense of tranquility, a gentle invitation to simply exist in this moment. Every gentle movement, every soft sound is a reminder of this peaceful immersion. Your body feels completely weightless, perfectly aligned with the quiet rhythm of the ocean, as the afternoon sun slowly, gracefully begins its descent towards the horizon, painting the sky with the softest, most ethereal hues. The gentle, rhythmic sway of your private yacht continues its soothing dance beneath you, a familiar, continuous motion that now feels like a natural extension of your own breath. The afternoon sun, though still bright, has begun its slow, graceful descent, casting a longer, softer light across the impeccably polished teak deck. You are settled deeply into the plush sun lounger, its cool marine fabric, a pleasant contrast to the steady warmth emanating from the surrounding surfaces, and your gaze is drawn almost instinctively to the tranquil expanse of the sea. Just beyond the gleaming white hull, the vast, calm waters of the Mediterranean stretch out, now revealing a more pronounced, almost liquid silver sheen where the sun's descending rays touch its surface. Your eyes are fixed on the elegant curve where the water meets the yacht, observing the precise, unhurried rhythm of the tiny waves. Each wave approaches the immaculate white surface, rises with an almost imperceptible swell, and then breaks against the hull with a soft, delicate tinnyniel, a hushed, watery whisper that is profoundly soothing in its endless repetition. As the water laps, you notice the subtle momentary glint of silver light on its surface, a fleeting sparkle that appears and disappears with each gentle surge and retreat, creating a mesmerizing rhythmic play of light and shadow. The sound is a continuous, quiet, fell flap, a consistent, soft percussion against the fiberglass, a deep, resonant hum that seems to travel directly through the vessel and into your very core. It is the sound of pure, unadulterated peace, a lullaby woven from the endless movements of the ocean, felt in the subtle vibrations through the comfortable cushions. The air remains wonderfully clean and fresh, still carrying that subtle, invigorating tang of salt that gently cleanses your senses. The consistent, comforting warmth of the setting sun continues to envelop your skin, a steady, pervasive heat that permeates, releasing any lingering traces of tension. There is no urgency in this moment, no need for conscious thought, only the simple, profound act of being present, enveloped by the vast, quiet beauty of the sea and the unhurried motion of the yacht. You watch the silver light dance, listen to the gentle lapping, and feel the steady, soft rock, allowing your awareness to completely immerse itself in this repetitive, calming cycle. The sun dips a fraction lower, casting a warmer, deeper gold across the distant horizon, painting the sky with the softest, most ethereal hues. The world outside this tranquil haven fades into an indistinct blur, leaving only this exquisite sense of deep, unburdened peace. Each gentle Seine gelice of the water is a quiet invitation, lulling you into deeper calm, a profound surrender to the ocean's timeless rhythm, leaving the gentle, rhythmic sway of the yacht and the vast, shimmering expanse of the sea behind. You find yourself on solid ground again, now within the profound, ancient silence of a hushed, sunlit monastery. The air here, cool and dry, carries the distinct, earthy scent of old vellum and beeswax, a serene and grounding contrast to the salt-tinged breeze that had so recently enveloped you. Morning light, still pale gold, streams through tall, unadorned arched windows, illuminating dancing motes of dust in the still, cool air of the scriptorium. You stand at the threshold of this sacred workspace, a room dedicated to preservation and quiet artistry. Before you, at a sturdy, polished oak desk, sits a robed figure, a monastic scholar whose presence radiates an intense, unhurried concentration. His movements are slow, precise, and deeply methodical, a living testament to centuries of tradition. His gaze is fixed upon the open pages of an ancient manuscript, its vellum pages a creamy, almost luminous ivory, rich with the history of countless past hands. He holds a slender, perfectly carved goose quill, its feather end fanned gently, its tip meticulously sharpened to a fine point. With an incredibly delicate motion, he lowers the quill into a small, dark ceramic inkwell, its surface a deep, lustrous black. The soft, almost imperceptible tom or sarig tap of the quill touching the ink, a tiny sound absorbed by the quiet room, is followed by the subtle viscous slurp as the tip draws up the rich dark liquid. The faint metallic tang of the oak gall ink momentarily perfumes the still air around him. With a steady hand, he returns the ink-laden quill to the parchment. His posture is perfectly composed, his wrist barely moving, as he begins to meticulously form each character. The soft, continuous scratch, scratch, scratch of the quill's tip moving across the slightly coarse texture of the vellum is the predominant sound in the scriptorium, a gentle, hypnotic rhythm that echoes the passage of time. Each stroke is deliberate, each letter a small work of art, contributing to the elegant flow of the Latin script already present on the aged page. He pauses, allowing the fresh ink to absorb fully, his eyes tracing the newly formed letters with an unwavering gaze of focused reverence. The sunlight shifts imperceptibly, casting a slightly different angle of light across the page, revealing the subtle undulations in the vellum, the faint, almost imperceptible grain of the animal skin. Everything here feels timeless, deeply rooted in tradition and profoundly peaceful. The quiet devotion to the meticulous task, the repetitive, soothing sound of the quill, and the rich scent of old paper and ink create an atmosphere of profound, settled calm, inviting a deep and unhurried immersion into the gentle flow of the monastic morning. The delicate scratch, scratch, scratch of the quill on vellum continues its measured rhythm, a consistent, gentle whisper that now seems to fill the entirety of the hushed, sunlit scriptorium. You are enveloped in the profound silence, the air still carrying the distinct, grounding scent of old vellum and dried oak gall ink, a timeless aroma of ancient wisdom. The morning light, a soft, diffused gold, still bathes the polished oak desk and the serene figure of the monastic scholar, whose unhurried focus remains an unwavering anchor in this tranquil space. He guides the quill with an exquisite, unwavering precision, his hand moving in graceful, controlled arcs, forming each Latin character with a reverence born of centuries of tradition. The subtle friction of the quill's tip against the fibrous surface of the vellum creates that continuous, soft sound, a hypnotic accompaniment to the visible emergence of the elegant script. You observe the slight, almost imperceptible flex of the goose feather, resilient and pliant, responding to the gentle pressure of his fingers. Each new letter appears, dark and rich, upon the creamy, unblemished surface of the page, a testament to focused, patient dedication. After a long sequence of careful strokes, the scholar lifts the quill, its tip momentarily dry, and with a slow, deliberate movement, dips it once more into the small, dark ceramic inkwell. The faint, barely audible tarx as it meets the ink is followed by a soft, viscous tarx, the quill replenishing its dark, flowing reservoir. His gaze remains fixed, not on the quill, but on the manuscript before him, his eyes gently tracing the lines he has just completed, a moment of quiet reflection and inspection. He then reaches with his other hand, its movement fluid and unhurried, towards the source text lying open beside his work. With the utmost care, his thumb and forefinger brush the edge of a vellum page. The faint dry rustle as it turns is a delicate sound, a soft asterisk, swift asterisk, that echoes softly in the deep quiet, revealing new lines of ancient text. The paper feels thin, yet resilient, its texture slightly coarser than the page on which he writes. The subtle scent of older parchment, deeper and more profound, rises briefly, mingling with the fresh ink. Once again, the quill descends, finding its place, and the rhythmic scratch, 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 scratch resumes its meditative work. The morning light, softening imperceptibly as it shifts angles through the high windows, now casts longer, gentler shadows across the desk, deepening the sense of calm. The air, cool and still, holds these delicate sounds and scents, allowing them to gently permeate your senses, creating a profound, unburdened peace. Everything in this ancient scriptorium feels perfectly aligned with the slow, deliberate pulse of time, inviting a deeper, unhurried surrender to its quiet, enveloping wisdom. The cool, ancient silence of the scriptorium, where the faint scratch-scratch of a quill on vellum had echoed amongst centuries of wisdom, now gently recedes as you step from the monastery's hushed stone corridors. A profound, welcoming warmth immediately embraces you, a soft thermal shift from the coolness of the day as you enter the grand drawing room of the villa. Dusk has truly settled outside, and the captivating soft glow of a magnificent roaring fireplace instantly captures your attention, bathing the rich fabrics and polished woods of the expansive room in moving hues of amber, rose, and deep gold. Your steps across the remarkably deep pile of the antique Persian rug are almost entirely silent, each footfall absorbed by its luxurious softness and intricate, faded patterns. The air here is wonderfully rich and inviting, deeply perfumed with the unmistakable, sweet, and resinous scent of seasoned oak logs slowly burning, a comforting, earthy aroma that subtly penetrates deep into your senses, grounding you in the present moment. Your gaze is drawn to the mesmerizing continuous play of orange and golden yellow flames, their lively light reaching into the farthest, most shadowed corners of the vast room, coaxing long, gentle, dancing shadows from the heavy velvet curtains and the exquisite antique furniture. You make your way towards a voluminous, deeply inviting armchair, upholstered in a rich, dark emerald velvet that, in the flickering firelight, appears almost black, hinting at hidden depths of color. With a gentle, unhurried sigh, you sink into its profoundly soft cushions, feeling the cool, smooth fabric yield and then gently embrace your entire body, cradling you in luxurious comfort. The pervasive warmth from the fireplace, a steady, pervasive heat, reaches out, softly touching your face and the exposed skin of your hands, a profound, soothing sensation that seems to melt away any lingering coolness from the earlier hours of the day. Your eyes, now softened by the ambient light and the deep comfort of the chair, settle on the heart of the fireplace, watching the intricate, ever-changing dance of the flames themselves. Each flame is a miniature ballet of liquid color, their forms continuously shifting, reaching upwards, twisting, and then gracefully receding into the glowing embers below. A small, almost inaudible pop occasionally punctuates the silence as a tiny pocket of sap within a log gently releases, sending a brief, ephemeral shower of glittering sparks upwards into the darkened chimney flue, a fleeting, bright ascent before vanishing into the night. The consistent, low crackle and soft hiss of the burning logs create a gentle, hypnotic soundtrack, a timeless melody of warmth and light that seems to slow the very passage of time. The pervasive, comforting scent of wood smoke, rich and earthy and subtly sweet, continues to weave itself into the fabric of the grand room, a deeply grounding aroma that further deepens your sense of security and peaceful repose. Everything here feels perfectly still and settled, profoundly cradled by the flickering light and the deep, unwavering warmth radiating from the magnificent fire, inviting a serene, unburdened focus. The quiet deepens around you, a gentle, enveloping hush. The deep, enveloping warmth from the magnificent fireplace continues to hold you securely within the plush velvet armchair, a comforting presence as the grand drawing room settles deeper into the quietude of evening. Your gaze, softened by the ambient glow, is drawn to the heart of the hearth, where the gentle, rhythmic crackle of burning logs now becomes the primary, soothing rhythm of the space. Each log, perfectly seasoned, contributes its own unique voice to this quiet symphony, a series of soft, resonant cracks and delicate, prolonged hissing sounds. Some are sharp and sudden, like tiny, dry twigs snapping, while others are a more gradual, simmering to a true, as moisture slowly escapes the warming wood. These sounds are not jarring, but rather weave together into an intricate, deeply comforting pattern, a primal melody that quiets the mind. You watch as the vibrant flames slowly consume the outer layers of the oak, transforming them into glowing, soft red embers that pulse with an inner warmth. Occasionally, a piece of ash, feather-light and gray, detaches itself with an almost imperceptible tremble plink and floats gently downwards, settling silently onto the growing bed of pale, powdery remains. The air is thick with the pervasive, sweet scent of lingering wood smoke, a grounding aroma that reinforces the feeling of deep, ancient comfort. The intense, steady heat radiates outwards, enveloping your entire front, a continuous, profound warmth that penetrates your clothes and soothes your skin. You feel a subtle, gentle warmth on your cheeks, a soft blush, and on the backs of your hands, where they rest lightly on the cool, smooth velvet of the armrest. This interplay of warmth from the fire and the cooler, still air of the grand room creates a perfect, enveloping balance, a cocoon of sensory comfort. Your mind, unburdened by thought or urgency, simply observes these minute details, the delicate dance of a flickering flame, the slow transformation of wood to ash, the continuous, gentle crackle. There is no need to direct your attention. It simply rests, absorbed by the quiet, hypnotic repetitions of the fire. The profound stillness of the room deepens around the steady, comforting sounds, inviting a quiet, internal settling. The gentle, persistent rhythm of the burning logs, a soft, ancient lullaby, continues to hum in the background, a steady, unwavering presence. The room settles further into its twilight embrace, content to simply hold this moment of profound, enveloping warmth and peace. Your awareness drifts, unhurried, held by the steady, quiet glow of the fire, as everything outside fades into soft, distant whispers, allowing a deep and unburdened repose. The profound, embracing warmth of the grand drawing room still echoing with the soft crackle of the dying fire, slowly recedes as you step from its rich velvet-clad embrace. A cooler, denser air now greets you, carrying with it a new, complex fragrance, deep, earthy, and subtly medicinal, infused with the sweetness of aged beeswax. You are drawn down a narrow, stone-paved corridor, each step a soft, hushed echo in the growing twilight, towards a heavy, unadorned wooden door that stands slightly ajar. Pushing the door open with a gentle, deliberate touch, it swings inward with a soft, resonant sigh, revealing the ancient, hushed chamber of the apothecary. Here, the sole illumination comes from several tall, slender beeswax candles, their golden flames dancing softly, casting long, shifting shadows across shelves laden with dark glass jars, ancient ceramic containers, and bundles of dried herbs hanging from the rough-hewn beams above. The air is thick and still, deeply perfumed with a grounding blend of dry botanicals, warm beeswax, and the faint, sweet dust of centuries. At a low, worn wooden counter, smoothed by countless hands, a robed figure, the apothecary, works with an intense, quiet precision. His movements are unhurried, almost ritualistic, steeped in a profound respect for the delicate ingredients before him. His hands, gnarled and wise, reach for a small, perfectly balanced brass scale, its polished pans gleaming faintly in the flickering candlelight, reflecting tiny, dancing points of light. The subtle tinkle of the small weights as he places them onto one pan is a delicate, almost ethereal sound in the enveloping silence. He then selects a deep blue ceramic jar, its surface cool and smooth beneath his fingertips, and carefully removes its cork stopper with a soft, muffled Dutch plank. The potent, soothing aroma of dried lavender, earthy and sweetly floral, immediately wafts outwards, mingling beautifully with the existing scents. With a tiny, slender silver spoon, he gently scoops the brittle, papery lavender flowers, a soft, hushed shirts, as they fall onto the opposite brass pan, accumulating slowly, deliberately. Each tiny flower is perfect, preserved. The brass scale balances slowly, its delicate mechanism a subtle, almost silent, as the pans eventually find their perfect equilibrium. Once balanced, he then carefully tips the fragrant lavender from the pan into a small, dark glass vial, the faint rustle of the dried herbs a whisper of their lightness. He then adds a few dried eucalyptus leaves, their brittle crinkle soft, adding a sharp, clean, camphorous note to the already complex aromas, a grounding contrast. The flickering candlelight deepens the shadows, making the room feel like a sanctuary of ancient knowledge and quiet, deliberate craft. The subtle, constant presence of the candle flames, their silent dance, is profoundly calming. The rich, grounding aroma of dried lavender and eucalyptus, having recently filled the ancient apothecary, now subtly shifts, deepening with new, earthy notes as your attention is drawn to the apothecary's next deliberate action. You remain within the soft, flickering glow of the beeswax candles, their golden light dancing gently across the rows of dark glass jars and bundles of dried herbs. The air, thick and still, feels steeped in tradition and the quiet hum of patient craft. The apothecary's wise, gnarled hands now reach for a heavy, dark green marble mortar, its interior smoothed to a velvety finish from centuries of use, its exterior cool and solid to the touch. He places it with a soft, resonant thud onto the worn wooden counter. Beside it, a stout, perfectly balanced pestle, also crafted from the same dark, cool marble weights. The faint, subtle scent of residual spices, earthy and warm, rises from the marble, hinting at countless past preparations, a profound echo of time. From a small, intricately carved wooden box, he carefully selects a few whole spices. You observe the dark, star-like forms of star anise, their dried surfaces rough and textured. Then small, glossy black peppercorns, perfectly spherical and firm. He adds a short, curled stick of cinnamon, its brittle bark smelling subtly sweet and woody, along with a few dried, papery bay leaves, into the waiting mortar. The delicate clatter of these dry botanicals, as they land on the marble surface, is a soft, hushed sound in the quiet room, a prelude to their transformation. With a slow, purposeful motion, he takes up the heavy marble pestle, feeling its comfortable weight and smooth, cool grip. He begins to press and twist, then a gentle, rhythmic thud, thud, echoes as the pestle meets the whole spices in the mortar. At first, the sound is a dull, heavy impact, crushing the larger pieces. Then, as he shifts to a circular, grinding motion, a softer, continuous scritch, scritch, scritch emerges, the sound of the dry spices being meticulously reduced to a fine, fragrant powder. The faint, earthy aroma of the cinnamon and bay leaf, now intensified by the grinding, fills the air, mingling beautifully with the deeper, more complex notes of anise and pepper. The transformation is mesmerizing in its slowness. You watch the texture of the spices change from rough, defined forms to a fine, fragrant dust, their colors deepening and blending. The quiet, rhythmic sounds of the grinding continue, a hypnotic, unhurried cadence that seems to synchronize with your own steady breathing. The apothecary's hands move with unwavering precision, a profound dedication to the slow release of aroma and essence. The flickering candlelight deepens the shadows, making the room feel like a sanctuary of ancient practices and profound, comforting stillness. The persistent, earthy, comforting aroma settles all around you, enveloping you in its gentle presence, inviting a deeper sense of ease. The rich, earthy aromas of ground spices and ancient herbs from the Candlelit apothecary now gently recede, replaced by a deeper, more profound stillness as you move into the hushed, twilight embrace of your private library. Evening has truly settled, and the grand room, once bathed in morning sunlight, now holds a soft, enveloping darkness, punctuated by the intimate glow of a single, elegantly crafted desk lamp. Its warm, concentrated light spills onto a cleared section of a broad, polished walnut table, casting gentle, elongated shadows that dance subtly with the quiet currents of air. The air here is cool and dry, carrying the beloved, enduring scent of old paper, seasoned wood, and fine, leather bindings, a familiar, grounding perfume that settles around you like a comforting shawl. Your steps across the thick, hand-knotted Persian rug are almost entirely absorbed, each movement a soft, muffled whisper that barely disturbs the deep quiet. You approach the lit table, where a small stack of those antique maps and parchments, carefully transported from your study, lies neatly arranged, their muted hues appearing even richer in the lamp's golden glow. You reach for the uppermost map, its delicate, slightly crisp paper a subtle texture beneath your fingertips. With unhurried precision you lift it, the faintest rustle of aged paper echoing softly in the stillness. You carry it to a large, empty mahogany display frame, its polished glass surface cool and smooth, reflecting the desk lamp's warm glow like a still, dark pool. The frame rests on a dedicated easel, waiting patiently. With utmost care, you gently align the map within the frame, ensuring its faded edges are perfectly centered against the backing. The paper gives a soft, almost imperceptible chain as it settles into place. You then reach for a tiny, almost invisible archival hinge. It's adhesive, cool, and barely tacky, and press it firmly but gently onto the map's corner, securing it with a soft, confident pat. This action is repeated for each corner, a meticulous, rhythmic process, ensuring the ancient document is held flawlessly in its new, protective display. As you smooth the map one last time, your palm gliding over its delicate surface, you notice the intricate, subtle grain of the paper, the faint, almost imperceptible texture of the centuries-old fibers. The lamp's focused light illuminates every fine detail, the delicate script, the intricate drawings, the subtle discoloration of age, bringing them into sharp, beautiful relief. The aroma of old paper, dry and comforting, intensifies subtly with your touch. The quiet, repetitive actions, the gentle sounds, and the focused light create a profound sense of peaceful order. The library is utterly still, a deep, quiet embrace. The faint, dry scent of ancient parchment and the quiet click of the archival hinges on the newly framed map now gently recede, leaving behind the focused task of the evening. You turn from the glowing framed map on the easel, its historical lines softened by the desk lamp's beam, and move slowly towards a familiar haven within the library's hushed embrace. The deep, rich aroma of old paper and polished wood continues to gently pervade the air, a constant, comforting presence in the quiet night. You settle once more into the deep, velvet armchair that has welcomed you before, its soft, cool fabric yielding with a soft sigh as it cradles your body. Beside you, on a small, elegantly carved side table, an old leather-bound book awaits, its covers slightly softened and worn from countless readings. The desk lamp, a polished brass object with a green glass shade, casts a warm, concentrated pool of light onto the open pages of the book, illuminating the faded script with a gentle, inviting glow, while the rest of the vast room remains in soft, enveloping shadow. Your fingers drift to the cover of the book, tracing the faint, almost imperceptible tooling on its aged leather surface, feeling the cool, dry texture, a subtle connection to its long history. With a deliberate, unhurried motion, you open the book, the well-worn binding offering a soft, yielding resistance. The delicate, dry whisper of its ancient pages as they part for the first time in the quiet night is a gentle, almost reverent sound, a fragile exhalation of centuries. The aroma of old, dry paper and faint, earthy ink rises, a subtle perfume of forgotten stories. You turn the first page with exquisite care, your thumb and forefinger lightly brushing its thin, slightly brittle edge. The sound is a soft, crisp asterisk swift, a unique whisper that resonates softly in the profound stillness of the room. Each page feels delicate, almost translucent, its surface a creamy, muted ivory, absorbing the lamp's golden light. You observe the elegant, faded typeface, the small, intricate flourishes of the capital letters, and the delicate margin notes, hand-drawn in a faint, sepia ink. Then, with a gentle, continuous rhythm, you begin to turn the pages, one after another. Each movement is slow, measured, the soft whisper of the paper becoming a steady, soothing cadence in the quiet night. a soft, repetitive lulling sound that fills the immediate space around you. You don't read the words intently, but rather let your eyes drift across the lines, absorbing the visual patterns, the delicate dance of ink on paper, the timeless beauty of the printed word. The soft, rhythmic turning of the pages continues, a steady, hypnotic pulse in the deep, quiet calm. Everything around you feels settled, held in the gentle embrace of the lamplight and the soft sounds of unfolding history, inviting a peaceful, unburdened descent into quiet repose. Leaving the hushed, lamplit embrace of your library, where the soft whisper of turning pages had settled the night into a deep, scholarly calm, you now step gently through tall, arched glass doors onto your private villa balcony. The transition is profound and immediate. The air here is distinctly cooler, a gentle, refreshing contrast to the indoor warmth, carrying the invigorating, clean scent of the moonlit sea. Below, the vast, shimmering expanse of the Mediterranean stretches out, an ethereal silver under the silent, watchful gaze of the moon. Your bare feet find the cool, smooth surface of the polished stone tiles that pave the expansive balcony floor. A gentle, grounding sensation after the plush softness of the library rug. The deep indigo of the night sky, peppered with a million distant, twinkling stars, forms an immense, silent canopy above, creating a sense of boundless space and profound stillness. A faint, almost imperceptible breeze, cool and soft, caresses your face and arms, carrying with it the subtle, clean tang of salt and a delicate, elusive hint of unseen night-blooming jasmine from the garden below. You move with unhurried grace towards the intricate wrought iron railing that borders the balcony, its cool, smooth metal a gentle touch beneath your fingertips as you lean forward slightly. Your gaze is drawn outwards, captivated by the mesmerizing spectacle of the moonlit sea. The moon, a brilliant, luminous orb suspended high above, casts a broad, shimmering pathway of molten silver across the water's surface, a path that seems to stretch endlessly towards the distant, indistinct horizon. The rest of the sea, a deep, velvety charcoal, whispers softly with hidden depths. Below, the rhythmic, gentle sound of tiny waves tall lap-lapping against the shore is a continuous, soft percussion, a soothing, hypnotic cadence that rises and falls with an unhurried, natural rhythm. Each soft mosh of the water seems to echo the deep, slow beat of your own heart, creating a profound synchronicity with the timeless pulse of the ocean. You watch the subtle, momentary glint of silver as the moonlight catches the crest of each tiny wave, a fleeting sparkle that appears and disappears, a quiet dance of light on the water's dark surface. Everything in this moment feels expansive and profoundly peaceful. The cool, fresh air, the vastness of the moonlit sea, the soft, rhythmic sounds, and the deep, silent glow from above. There is no urgency, no expectation, only the simple, profound act of quiet observation. Your mind, unburdened, drifts gently, effortlessly, absorbed by the tranquil beauty that surrounds you. The cool air, the soft sounds, and the mesmerizing silver path on the water combine to create a deeply calming, enveloping sensation, inviting a tranquil, unburdened repose. The world settles into a profound, peaceful quiet. The cool, fresh air of your private villa balcony continues to caress your skin, carrying the invigorating, subtle tang of salt from the tranquil moonlit sea. You remain at the wrought iron railing, your fingers lightly touching its smooth, cool surface. your gaze lost in the vast, ethereal expanse of the ocean. The soft, rhythmic, two-soar lap of tiny waves against the distant shore, a constant, soothing whisper, now feels like the only sound in the entire world, reinforcing the profound stillness that surrounds you. Above, the deep indigo sky, an immense, velvet canopy, is now fully revealed, utterly unmarred by any cloud. Millions of distant, twinkling stars, each a pinprick of pure light, glitter with an astonishing, quiet brilliance, stretching in every direction, an infinite, silent tapestry. The moon, a luminous, steady orb, hangs suspended, casting its broad, shimmering pathway of molten silver directly across the dark, unblemished surface of the water, a silent invitation to contemplation. The air is still, carrying a faint, sweet aroma of unseen night-blooming jasmine, a delicate, almost ephemeral fragrance that drifts subtly on the cool breeze. Your eyes, softened and unhurried, slowly drift across the boundless sweep of the horizon, where the dark, velvety expanse of the sea meets the equally vast, star-dusted sky in an almost indistinguishable line. There is no beginning, no end, only this infinite calm, this profound embracing emptiness that invites a deep, unburdened sense of peace. The distant muted glint of a single slow-moving ship's light, a tiny, steady beacon on the far edge of the world, provides the only hint of life beyond this serene tranquility, its presence barely a whisper in the immense quiet. You breathe deeply, slowly, filling your lungs with the clean, cool night air, feeling the expansion and gentle contraction of your chest, a quiet, internal rhythm that perfectly mirrors the unhurried pulse of the ocean. The sheer scale of the celestial tapestry above, combined with the tranquil, expansive surface of the sea below, creates a sensation of deep, unburdened insignificance, a quiet dissolving of all worries and concerns into the universal calm. There is no sense of time passing, only the unending steady presence of the vast, silent beauty. The rhythmic lap of the waves continues, a gentle, hypnotic cadence that seems to pull your awareness deeper and deeper into a state of profound relaxation. The soft, cool breeze, the pervasive, subtle scent of the sea, and the endless, sparkling expanse of the starlit sky merge into a single, enveloping sensation of perfect serenity. Your mind, utterly still and clear, drifts effortlessly, completely at peace, held by the infinite calm of the tranquil, moonlit ocean. The world outside this moment fades, leaving only this deep, quiet, untroubled repose. Leaving the cool, expansive serenity of your villa balcony, where the moonlit sea offered an infinite calm under a canopy of stars, you step gently through a heavy, arched doorway and into an immediate, enveloping warmth. The transition from the crisp night air is profound, a sudden embrace of comforting heat that settles deep into your bones. You find yourself in the heart of a medieval bakery, a hushed, ancient space where the air is rich, profound, and utterly intoxicating with the deep, sweet aroma of fresh bread slowly rising, mingling with the earthy scent of wood smoke and old stone. The interior is softly illuminated by the steady golden glow of a few large wrought iron lanterns hanging from rough-hewn wooden beams, their light casting long, dancing shadows that soften the edges of the room. The floor beneath your thick, soft boots is solid, worn flagstone, still cool in places but radiating a pervasive warmth from deep within the building's ancient structure. Ahead, a vast, domed stone oven Its gaping mouth, glowing with a deep, steady orange, dominates one wall, a silent, powerful heart radiating an immense, comforting heat that hums gently in the air. At a massive, flour-dusted wooden workbench, thick with centuries of use, a baker works with quiet, deliberate motions. He is a peripheral, reassuring presence, his concentration absolute, his rhythm unhurried. His hands, dusted white, move with a practiced grace over a vast, yielding mound of dough, its surface smooth and faintly glistening under the soft lantern light. The dough sighs softly as he presses into it, a gentle thump-thump as he folds and turns, kneading with an ancient, hypnotic rhythm that echoes the profound stillness of the room. The subtle, sweet scent of active yeast and raw flour rises with each compression. He divides the large mass with a well-worn, dull metal scraper. The soft scrape against the wood, a precise, gentle sound. Each portion is then rounded with deft, fluid movements, creating perfect, taut spheres of dough that seem to glow with an inner life. He carefully arranges these nascent loaves onto long, wooden peels, also dusted with flour, their surfaces smooth and cool to the touch. The simple, repetitive actions are a meditation in motion, a testament to timeless craft. The warm, humid air in the bakery, thick with the rich, yeasty scent of fermentation and the comforting aroma of slowly baking bread, envelops you entirely. You watch the subtle, almost imperceptible swelling of the dough, a slow, gentle expansion that promises the transformation to come. The deep, steady heat from the oven, the quiet, rhythmic sounds of the baker's work, and the profound, comforting scent all merge into a singular, deeply calming sensation. Everything here feels ancient, authentic, and utterly peaceful, inviting a deep, unhurried surrender to its quiet, nourishing rhythm. The gentle warmth continues to permeate the stone, holding the room in a profound, settled calm. The comforting warmth of the medieval bakery continues to embrace you, its rich, sweet aroma of fresh, rising bread now deepened by the pervasive scent of wood smoke and old stone. You remain within this ancient, hushed space, watching the baker, whose rhythmic, unhurried kneading of the dough has become a focal point, a timeless, meditative act that seems to slow the very passage of time. The soft, golden glow from the wrought iron lanterns casts gentle, dancing shadows that subtly shift across the flour-dusted workbench, enhancing the profound sense of stillness. The baker's strong, experienced hands move with a precise, almost hypnotic rhythm, pressing into the yielding mass of dough, folding it over itself, then turning it with an elegant, practiced flip. Each compression is accompanied by a soft, satisfying thump, a muffled sound that resonates with the deep quiet of the room, followed by a delicate, almost airy sigh as the dough slowly, resiliently expands again. The surface of the dough, smooth and subtly elastic, shimmers faintly in the lantern light, reflecting tiny, dancing points of golden warmth. The subtle, sweet scent of active yeast and raw flour rises anew with each deliberate motion, a continuous, grounding perfume. He sprinkles a very fine, almost invisible dusting of white flour onto the wooden surface, with a soft poof, a barely audible sound. This ensures the dough does not cling, allowing his hands to glide smoothly, effortlessly, across its cool, soft surface. You observe the subtle, precise movements of his wrists, the careful arching of his fingers, as he coaxes the dough into perfect, consistent elasticity, preparing it for its final transformation. The visual repetition of the kneading, combined with its soft, rhythmic sounds, creates a deeply calming, almost trance-like focus. A gentle, almost imperceptible stretch sound escapes the dough as it becomes increasingly pliable, responding willingly to the baker's patient touch, a quiet testament to its internal structure developing. The warm, humid air in the bakery, thick with the rich, yeasty scent of fermentation, continues to envelop you, a comforting blanket that deepens your sense of repose. The immense, glowing mouth of the stone oven, a steady source of heat, radiates a constant, unwavering warmth that permeates the entire space, holding everything in a consistent, gentle embrace. The slow, continuous, meditative rhythm of the kneading continues, a timeless dance of hands and dough, of raw ingredients transformed into something essential and comforting. There is no haste, no extraneous movement, only the pure, focused dedication to the ancient craft. The soft thump and delicate sigh of the dough, the pervasive, sweet aroma, and the unwavering warmth from the oven, all merge into a singular, deeply settling sensation. Everything here feels profoundly peaceful, inviting your mind to simply rest, unburdened, within the quiet, nurturing heart of the medieval bakery, as the lanterns cast long, ever so slightly shifting shadows across the sturdy wooden beams, leaving the profound warmth and sweet yeasty scent of the medieval bakery, where the baker's hands moved in timeless rhythm over the dough. You now step into the hushed, pristine air of a sun-drenched linen room. The transition is marked by a sudden, delightful coolness on your skin, a refreshing contrast to the bakery's heat, and a clean, delicate aroma of freshly laundered fabric, subtly infused with notes of lavender, that fills the still, bright space. Morning light, clear and expansive, streams through tall, unadorned windows, illuminating a broad, polished oak table at the room's center. The surface of the table, smooth and cool beneath your fingertips, is entirely clear, ready for its quiet task. You approach it with unhurried steps, your soft slippers making no sound on the pristine, light-colored flagstone floor. On a nearby shelf, neatly arranged, rests a stack of fine, exquisitely white linen sheets, each one perfectly pressed, their edges crisp and uncreased. You reach for the topmost sheet, feeling its delicate weight, its cool, smooth texture, a testament to its exceptional quality. The faint, barely audible whisper of fabric sliding against fabric is a soft, satisfying sound in the profound quiet. With careful, deliberate movements, you spread the large sheet across the broad expanse of the table, allowing it to unfurl slowly, gracefully, its cool, smooth surface settling perfectly flat. The fine weave of the linen feels wonderfully crisp against your palms as you gently smooth out any tiny imperfections, any nascent wrinkles, with slow, sweeping motions of your hands. The soft shush-shushes of fabric against polished wood is a rhythmic, calming sound, each movement bringing a deeper sense of order and precision to the task. You begin the first fold, bringing two opposing edges together with meticulous accuracy. The linen drapes and settles, its crispness creating a soft, precise crease. You run the flat of your hand firmly along the fold, pressing it gently, ensuring its clean, sharp line. The cool smoothness of the fabric beneath your fingers is a continuous, pleasant sensation, a grounding tactile experience. The subtle, clean scent of fresh linen, a delicate, almost ethereal fragrance, surrounds you, deepening the sense of purity and calm within the sunlit room. The process of folding continues, each precise movement building upon the last, transforming the expansive sheet into a neat, compact rectangle. The repeated actions, the continuous sensation of cool, smooth fabric, and the gentle, hushed sounds create a deeply meditative rhythm, a serene, unburdened focus. The quiet dedication to this simple, timeless task fills the tranquil space, inviting a profound sense of ease. Everything here feels ordered, clean, and utterly peaceful, a harmonious balance of form and function. Your mind drifts, unhurried, held by the soft, repetitive beauty of the moment, as the morning light softly shifts, illuminating new parts of the crisp, folded linen. The cool, clean scent of freshly laundered linen, having recently filled the sun-drenched room with its delicate, pure aroma as you meticulously folded each sheet, now subtly gives way to a new, tantalizing sweetness. You step from the linen room into the brighter, warmer embrace of a quiet morning salon, where the rising sun, a soft golden presence, streams through tall windows, illuminating the intricate patterns of the polished parquet floor. The air here is now wonderfully sweet and comforting, carrying the unmistakable, delicate fragrance of freshly baked pastries and a faint, subtle hint of vanilla. Your gaze settles on a low, elegantly carved console table, its dark, polished wood gleaming softly in the morning light. Upon it rests a magnificent, antique, silver tray, its surface meticulously polished to a mirror-like sheen, reflecting the golden light with an exquisite, understated brilliance. Its edges are adorned with delicate, hand-chased floral patterns, intricate and timeless. The silver itself feels cool and smooth to the touch as you gently lift it, feeling its satisfying, balanced weight, a testament to its craftsmanship. The faint clink of the silver against the polished wood is a delicate, pure sound in the morning quiet. You carry the tray with unhurried grace to a small, pristine marble side table positioned perfectly by a sunlit window. Here, a small selection of delicate pastries awaits, each one a miniature work of art. There are light, flaky croissants, their golden brown surfaces glistening with a faint sugar glaze, their tips curved with an almost architectural precision. Beside them, tiny lemon madeleines, shaped like perfect, delicate seashells, radiate a subtle, bright citrus scent. The air around them is dense with their sweet, comforting aroma. With a slender, antique silver pastry tongs, its small, curved handles cool and smooth beneath your fingers, you begin the careful arrangement. You pick up a croissant, feeling its light, delicate weight, its flaky surface, a subtle, barely perceptible resistance against the soft grip of the tongs. With precise, gentle movements, you place it onto the silver tray, ensuring it rests perfectly, its golden curve catching the sunlight. The faint tinkle of the tongs against the silver is a delicate, musical sound, a soft punctuation mark in the morning stillness. This precise, unhurried arrangement continues, each pastry carefully placed, creating a small, beautiful tableau of morning indulgence. The subtle, sweet aroma of the pastries, warm and comforting, deepens around you, mingling beautifully with the clean scent of the morning air. The sun, steadily rising, casts a brighter, clearer light, making the silver gleam and the pastries glow with an inviting warmth. The soft tinkle of the tongs and the deep, sweet fragrance create a profound sense of settled peace. Everything here feels utterly tranquil, unburdened, a simple, exquisite moment of solitary beauty in the quiet morning, inviting a deep and unhurried ease. The sweet, delicate aroma of freshly baked pastries, a gentle memory from the sunlit morning salon where you meticulously arranged them on the antique silver tray, now recedes into a soft, distant echo. You step through a wide, arching doorway into the profound, encompassing quiet of your private bedroom. Here, the soft, cool air immediately wraps around you, carrying the clean, pristine scent of freshly laundered linen, a delicate fragrance that promises an undisturbed night. The ambient light of evening, hushed and diffused, bathes the room in a muted, comforting glow, revealing only the softest contours of the familiar space. Your eyes, already softened by the deepening twilight, are drawn to the magnificent bed at the center of the room, an island of serene comfort. Its pristine white linen sheets are impeccably smooth, their surface unblemished, catching the dim light with a faint, luminous sheen. The entire bed appears as an invitation, perfectly prepared, promising deep, restorative rest. You approach it with slow, unhurried steps, your soft velvet slippers making no sound on the cool, polished marble floor, each movement a deliberate act of quiet contemplation. As you reach the bedside, your hand extends slowly, gently, to the edge of the crisp top sheet. The cool, smooth fabric is wonderfully refreshing against your skin, a delicate tactile sensation. With a deliberate, soft motion, you draw back the layers, the airy duvet, light yet substantial, and the underlying sheets. The barely audible swoosh of the linen as it separates and folds back is a hushed, silken whisper in the absolute quiet of the room, a sound of perfect, unburdened anticipation. The cool air momentarily settles deeper between the layers, a soft sigh of preparation. You ease yourself into the waiting embrace of the bed, feeling the soft, resilient give of the deep mattress beneath you, perfectly conforming to your body's contours. The cool, crisp linen sheets envelop you entirely, their smooth texture a continuous, delightful sensation against your skin, a delicate caress. You draw the duvet gently up, its cloud-like weight settling softly over your body, providing a subtle, comforting pressure. The profound quiet of the room deepens even further, absorbing any lingering sounds, creating a complete enveloping stillness that holds you securely. You shift slightly, finding that perfect, settled position. The softest rustle of the sheets against each other is the only sound, a barely audible whisper that quickly fades back into the profound silence. Your head sinks into the cool, yielding softness of the down pillows, their gentle support perfectly cradling your neck and head. The delicate scent of clean linen surrounds you, a pure, calming aroma that invites deep, even breaths. The quiet is absolute, a profound, expansive emptiness where all thoughts gently dissolve, leaving only the sensation of soft, cool comfort and the gentle, rhythmic rise and fall of your breathing. This enveloping stillness, the cool, crisp sheets, and the profound quiet are all that remain, inviting a deep, unhurried descent into profound rest. The cool, crisp linen sheets envelop you entirely, their pristine freshness a continuous, delicate caress against your skin as you sink deeper into the luxurious, welcoming comfort of your meticulously prepared bed. The profound quiet of your private bedroom, already an absolute and unwavering presence, now seems to deepen even further around you, gently embracing your entire being in an unparalleled stillness, an exquisite, velvety hush that subtly signals the peaceful arrival of the deepest part of the night. You lie perfectly motionless, utterly still, feeling completely cradled by the soft, resilient, and wonderfully yielding mattress beneath you, along with the gentle, reassuring weight of the airy, breathable duvet that settles softly and evenly over your entire body. Your head finds its perfect resting place, sinking comfortably into the cool, subtle embrace of the pure down pillows. Their generous, pliant support molding perfectly and without effort to the natural curve of your neck and the delicate shape of your head. The subtle, clean, and utterly pure scent of the fresh linen, a delicate, almost ethereal aroma, surrounds you like an invisible, comforting cloud, gently encouraging a deep and effortless release of any lingering tension that might have clung to your muscles. Your awareness effortlessly drifts inwards, no longer holding on to any external thoughts, any fleeting concerns, or any lingering impressions from the day's gentle progression, simply allowing them to gracefully dissipate, letting go entirely. The gentle, rhythmic rise and fall of your chest now becomes the softest, most consistent, and most profound movement in this expansive, profound stillness, a silent, internal tide. Each inhale is slow, deliberate, and wonderfully deep, drawing in the cool, pristine, and perfectly still night air, allowing your lungs to expand fully and without effort. And each exhale is even softer, longer, and more controlled, a quiet, almost imperceptible sigh that carries away any last wispy vestiges of wakefulness, releasing them into the quiet air. You begin to feel the steady, reassuring beat of your own heart, a slow, deep, and beautifully calm rhythm that resonates gently and profoundly in the quietude, a calming, internal pulse that seems to align itself effortlessly and harmoniously with the expansive, tranquil silence surrounding your entire form. The delicious coolness of the fresh sheets against your legs, your arms, and your back, along with the subtle, comforting, yet almost weightless pressure of the duvet, are the only physical sensations that remain, gently anchoring you in the profound and enveloping comfort of the bed. As your breath continues its gradual journey, slowing even further, becoming shallower and more beautifully even, the serene space between each inhale and exhale lengthens gracefully, expanding to create moments of pure, unadulterated, and effortless quiet. The velvety darkness of the room is complete and absolute, a comforting, secure absence of all light that allows your inner vision to gently blur, soften, and eventually fade into a peaceful blankness. There is no need for any effort, no conscious need to do anything at all, simply to allow the body to surrender, to settle deeper and deeper into the mattress, becoming heavier, more utterly integrated with the soft, inviting contours that perfectly support you. The delicate fabric of the top sheet, wonderfully cool and impossibly smooth, occasionally brushes your cheek or a stray strand of hair with an almost imperceptible rustle, a fleeting, ethereal whisper that disappears back into the quiet as quickly and softly as it arose, leaving no trace. This absolute stillness, the profound and all-encompassing calm, and the gentle, slow, and unwavering rhythm of your own breath now fully envelop your entire being, inviting a complete and unburdened surrender to its peaceful embrace. The absolute, profound quiet of your private bedroom, a deep and enveloping stillness that marks the heart of the deepest night, continues to hold you securely within the pristine, cool crispness of your bed. Your gentle breath, slow and even, rises and falls with a soft, internal rhythm, effortlessly mirroring the vast, unburdened calm that surrounds you. As you lie perfectly still, cradled by the yielding softness of the mattress and the gentle weight of the duvet, a subtle, almost imperceptible coolness begins to settle softly on your shoulders, a delicate whisper of the night air against the exposed skin. You reach out with the slightest, most unhurried movement of your hand, your fingers slowly brushing against the nearby presence of a folded cashmere throw. Its surface is unbelievably soft, exquisitely fine, and wonderfully cool to the touch, a texture that feels like spun air beneath your fingertips. The subtle friction of your skin against the delicate fibers creates the faintest, most ethereal swoosh, a sound so soft it almost exists only in your imagination, a soft confirmation of its luxurious presence. With a graceful, unburdened motion, you gently draw the cashmere throw upwards, allowing its exquisite lightness to unfurl and spread slowly over the top of the duvet, settling perfectly across your shoulders and chest. Its weight is remarkably delicate, almost ethereal, yet it immediately imparts a profound and pervasive warmth, a soft, intimate embrace that begins to permeate your being. The individual fibers of the cashmere, so impossibly fine, seem to gently cling and adapt, creating a seamless layer of insulating comfort that banishes the subtle coolness, replacing it with a deep, steady, and all-encompassing heat. Your muscles, already deeply relaxed, now release even further, softening with a quiet, internal sigh as the new layer of cashmere adds its gentle, comforting pressure. The delicate fragrance of the cashmere itself, a subtle, clean, and earthy aroma, mingles beautifully with the pristine scent of the fresh linen sheets, deepening the sense of purity and natural comfort in the still, dark air. The velvety darkness of the room remains absolute, a comforting absence of light that allows your inner senses to fully absorb the tactile sensations of warmth and softness. You sink deeper still into the profound embrace of the bed, feeling the soft, consistent warmth radiating from the cashmere, a steady, unwavering presence that seems to harmonize effortlessly with the slow, deep rhythm of your own breath. The sheer, unburdened comfort of this moment, the absolute stillness of the room, and the soft, embracing warmth of the cashmere, all merge into a singular, tranquil experience. Everything here is quiet, deeply settled, inviting a profound and unhurried surrender, as you drift further and further into this enveloping peace, utterly at rest. The soft, ethereal weight of the cashmere throw, resting gently atop the duvet, now feels like a second skin, perfectly attuned to the delicate coolness of the fresh, crisp linen beneath. You are completely enveloped in your bed, a sanctuary of profound comfort, as the absolute, all-encompassing quiet of your private bedroom deepens even further, embracing you in the exquisite, velvety hush of the deepest night. Your gentle breath, slow and beautifully even, continues its quiet, internal rhythm, effortlessly mirroring the boundless, unburdened calm that now saturates every fiber of your being. Your body, utterly still and heavy, feels completely integrated with the welcoming contours of the deep, soft mattress beneath you. The gentle, consistent pressure of the duvet, now enhanced by the feather-light presence of the cashmere throw, is a continuous, profound sensation of warmth and security, a subtle embrace that holds you perfectly in place. You feel the cool, smooth linen against your ankles, your calves, and the delicate skin of your arms, a persistent, refreshing caress that gently grounds you to the bed's tranquil surface. There is no need for any adjustment, no urge to shift or move, only this pervasive, unwavering sense of perfect rest, a deep, silent, settling into the profound stillness. Your head remains gently cradled, effortlessly supported by the soft, pliant embrace of the down pillows, their subtle give perfectly conforming to the natural curve of your neck. All thought, all lingering impressions from the long, gentle day have gracefully dissolved, melting away into the expansive quiet. Your mind is beautifully clear, a serene, unblemished blankness, utterly free from the need to focus or perceive. The subtle, clean, and utterly pure scent of the fresh linen, along with the delicate, earthy aroma of the cashmere, continues to surround you like an invisible, comforting cloud, its soothing fragrance gently permeating the cool, still air, and inviting an even deeper, more profound surrender. You notice the quiet lengthening of the space between each slow, deliberate inhale and each equally gentle, soft exhale. The pauses expand, becoming moments of pure, unadulterated stillness, serene and boundless. The velvety darkness of the room is now absolute and complete, a comforting absence of all visual stimuli, allowing your inner awareness to simply rest, without any need to observe or interpret. There are no sounds, no sensations of motion, only the soft, steady, and beautifully calm rhythm of your own heart, a slow, deep, internal pulse that resonates with a pervasive quiet. This profound, all-encompassing stillness, the deep, effortless comfort of the cool, crisp sheets, and the gentle weight of the cashmere, now holds you completely. You surrender fully to this quiet embrace, drifting further and further into its boundless, untroubled depths, as every last vestige of wakefulness gently dissipates. The world outside, with all its faint, distant echoes, has utterly faded, leaving only this exquisite, boundless peace, this soft, continuous, and unburdened drift into the deepest, most restorative sleep. You are utterly at rest, a profound, serene quietude,